Hi everyone. So this is my first time doing a stationery haul video, so bear with me as I try my best to talk through each of these items that I got for my most recent trip to Australia. I'm super excited about every single goodie that I picked up, and I really didn't think that I would find so many gems in a place like Australia, but I did. So let's get started. So the first place I stopped by was this place called Simple Beautiful Things in Chippendale, Sydney, Australia. I knew that this shop was a Travelers Company partner shop, and so that's why I made it high on my priority list to stop by, even if it was a little bit out of the way in terms of staying in the heart of the city. But they definitely did not disappoint. I made it within 30 minutes of their closing time, and this is what their business card looks like. Just obviously very simple and beautiful. So before I get into what I got there, I wanted to show the stamp that was their Travelers Company partner shop stamp. So this is what that looks like. I'm really pleased with how, I don't know, just how, I guess, inky the stamp turned out to be. As you can see, I did a couple of different iterations and attempts to make sure that I had enough for whatever purpose I wanted to use it for. So they were kind enough to gift me, or just to give me a piece of blank paper for me to experiment on. And actually, I wasn't I took a look at their Travelers Company lineup, and one thing that caught my eye was this letterpress postcard. Apparently, it was a limited edition postcard from, I believe, their 2020 release. Someone can correct me on that. But once I read through each of these, I guess, phrases on this postcard, I just fell in love. I'm not the biggest fan of the color scheme, the blue and yellow color scheme, but I felt like the quality of the paper and the imprints, as well as specifically the actual sayings on here, really resonated with me. And I was about to buy it and asked the shop owner how much it was, and she actually gifted it to me. And just said, go ahead and take it. It's on us. And I thought that was honestly just like the sweetest thing. It just made me feel so grateful for that gesture. And it just left such a good impression on me about the shop overall. And so I was able to get this for free. So just wanted to show that, and I will definitely be posting that near my desk. One thing I forgot to mention about the store before I left was actually, as I was stamping the Travelers Company partner shop stamp on that piece of paper, the shop owner actually was scrummaging around for some goodies for me, and she found this, just like a holidays, I guess, sticker that usually comes out only during the winter months. So I thought that was really cute as well. So I will definitely be using that in my journal travel spread. The next and last shop that I went to was when we took a flight from Sydney to Melbourne, and we stayed in Melbourne for a couple of days. And once again, this was another Travelers Company partner shop that I prioritized on my list, and their selection really blew me away, to be honest. They had a lot of Asian brands that I've been eyeing online for quite some time. So I was pleasantly surprised by that, and the fact that I didn't have to, buy it online and pay international shipping fees and all that. So the place was called Bookbinders Design. And in terms of what I actually got, As with any Travelers Company partner shop, I obviously had to get their stamp, and this time I asked them if they actually had cream paper, because I guess some of my Traveler's Notebook inserts were cream, so I kind of wanted it to match if I were to cut this out and paste it in there. And they did, and they actually gave me the Midori paper cream, which I thought was so beautiful and looked so good against this, I guess, like dark green color. So this is what their stamp looks like. And obviously I made sure to get a couple so that I can always have some more in the future. So in terms of my haul from them, obviously I only got one thing from the Sydney shop, but for everything else that you see here, this is all from Bookbinders Design in Melbourne. So funny story is I actually went back twice just because I really wanted to make sure I did a thorough, I guess, look around the shop to make sure I didn't miss anything that I would have regretted if I didn't buy, and just look at every nook and cranny, because with stationery there's really just so much that you can discover, maybe not the first time around, maybe the second time around with a fresh set of eyes. So I went back to the shop in 2 consecutive days, and I'm so glad I did. So the first time I stopped by, I really just fell in love with their washi tapes. So Ivy Snow is, I believe, a Taiwanese illustrator, and I just love her, I guess, illustrations. There's something so calming and ethereal about them. And so I haven't opened this yet, so I will be opening this on camera, so hopefully I don't mess up. Okay, this is gonna take a while. So this washi tape is called At the Farm, and it was $25.95 in AUD. And for the US, it's about a 30% discount, which I was really happy about. So it turned out to be maybe around like $18, $19. Oops, I kind of messed up that part, but I will fix it. And this is what the sample loop, or not the sample loop, but the first loop looks like. You can see a lot of sheep and flower, fairy, I guess, elements. I love the little girls. And I really don't know how to describe the way that she draws, but I'm just like enchanted by it, honestly. And the loop keeps going. I actually wanted to get something practical, honestly, to use in my journals, and I think she has 4 or 5 different types of PET tape, and I thought this was actually the most practical, even though there is a lot of elements that I'm not sure how I would use, but maybe I can just use as decor. And it's still going. Okay, and that's the end of the loop right there with the house. So the second pet tape, I guess this one is a kiss cut, which basically you can, each like element on there is, has like a cut around it, and so you can just take it off, like peel it off like a sticker. So this one is called The Forest Whimsy by, oh, let me see if I can focus it, there we go, Nico Netko. In collaboration with Idiot Sandwich, which I think is such a funny name. This one also is very similar to the first, but I guess has more forest elements, obviously. This is the volume 1. This is what it looks like on the back. There we go. I'm always so excited to like unravel these pet tapes, because it's just so much fun to see what what each design looks like. Okay, I finally was able to peel this part off. I'm realizing with Kiss Cut pet tapes, it's just really delicate to peel off this outer layer that unravels the tape, so I will need to fix that. But this is what the loop looks like. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. I could totally see myself using this a lot in my specifically hiking travel journal spreads. And oh, I think that's the end of the loop. That's actually a pretty short loop compared to the previous one. But I guess a lot of small details that are reusable, like these shooting stars and I guess moon and all of that. So that'll be fun to play around with. And this last one is actually, or last pet tape is actually a sample loop that one of the checkout people actually just gifted me because of, I guess, everything that I purchased. And she saw that I was kind of debating on this one and I ended up not getting it. So that was super sweet of her to gift me. This one just has so many beautiful flower elements, and each of the phrases on it just really speaks to me. So time for new beginnings, happiness lives inside of the smallest moments, create the life of your dreams, good day, and enjoy today. And I just feel like the color palette of these flowers is very muted and right up my alley. So this will be a very, very versatile tape to use in my spreads. Now on to, I guess, let's do the one stamp that I got. It is from Black Milk Project. And I remember when I first discovered this brand, I just fell in love with it because they specialize in, I guess, these really cute girl stamps. And they also just have, again, the Asian design element to it. This one specifically was $19.95, so in US it was around $14 or $15. And this one just says the word moments, and it was the last one. And the second I saw it, I knew I had to pick it up. I knew I would use it very, very often. So yeah. Here we go. Oh, so pretty. Oh my gosh. Just like a little, I guess, olive leaf design with the word moments in this box. And this is what the back looks like. So just very simple, and I will definitely be using this to capture special moments in my life. Okay, the next thing is nothing really exciting or special. I just needed to get specifically a cream correction tape because some of my Travelers company inserts are cream colored. And I feel like this is just something good to have in your toolkit. So these sticker tweezers are from Moo Lifestyle. I believe that's what, I've been eyeing these for a while, but I guess I just never bought them, decided to buy them. But this time, since I saw it in stores, I was like, okay, it's meant to be. Let me just get them because I really do need some for specifically, like you saw, these smaller elements that'll be really hard to peel with my fingers. I think this will just be super useful for that. And so this was $11.95 in AUD. And here we go. There's like a little, I guess, clasp at the top that holds it together, and you just kind of take that off and it'll undo itself, and you can use that to pick up little stickers. Clearly I have a lot to say about each of these items, so this video is longer than I expected, but one of the second to last items are these print-on, or I think it's also called transfer stickers. They had 3 binders, I believe, of maybe a total of over like 100 to 200 different types of transfer stickers. And so I obviously took my sweet time in flipping through each and every single one of them, and I landed on these flower ones. Obviously you can tell there's kind of like a theme with me loving anything flower related. So again, with the aesthetic, it's just very dainty and simple. And with transfer stickers, they're not like normal stickers where you can just peel it off and stick it onto something. You actually have to cut around the specific design, which personally I think is a bit of a hassle, but I mean, if they didn't have this in regular stickers, this is the only reason why I picked it up, because I love the design so much. So I'll just try to enjoy that process. It comes with 2 sticker sheets inside, and each one is a little bit different. So the first one looks like this, and you can kind of see the foggy backing on it. After you cut it out, you just kind of peel that off and stick it on. And then the second one looks like this. So side by side, this is what they look like, and they're just so beautiful. And I feel like I could really use this to design either some of my like storage boxes, or just like a title page for a travel journal spread. It's just very versatile overall, and so that's why I loved that. And then the second one has some, I guess, nighttime elements to it. Not the best at describing this, but similar feel with the dainty and ethereal flowers. So this first one looks like this without that white paper in the back. And then the second one looks like this. I love that little postcard. Again, so many dainty elements. Like, I don't even know how I'm gonna cut out these little dandelion, I guess, bits, but I guess it'll help me really focus in on the task. But yeah, this is what these 2 look like side by side. Okay, and last but not least, I picked this up the second time I visited this store, since I mentioned that I went back twice. I was just really looking for a storage box for sticker flakes. So just like, you know, those small, for example, where was that bear one? This one. I just have been collecting so many of these, and sometimes you get them as freebies when you order a bunch of stationery online. And so I just needed a place to really organize it, because it was starting to get a bit chaotic. And even though this obviously says it's a storage case for specifically one of those paintable stamps, I just decided, what the heck, I'm just gonna use it for storage for my sticker flakes. So this was $9.95. And this is what it looks like. It almost looks kind of dark green. Maybe it's just me, but it doesn't look black to me. I feel like there's like almost like a hint of green to it, which kind of drew me in. But it's just like a very simple, small storage case. You can see kind of this area for where the stamp would go if you use it for that purpose, but I think this will work just fine for things like that. So yeah, just very cute things I don't really need, but I feel like these days I'm really getting into storage and just organization overall for my stationery, because it makes my desk look a lot better. So I thought this was perfect for things like this. And that is the end of my haul. Thank you guys so much for watching and kind of bearing with me through trying to talk through each of the things I purchased. If you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this, definitely would love to continue, I guess, geeking out about stationery on a platform like YouTube, since I don't really have any friends who are into stationery as much as me. And buy as much stationery as I do. This is definitely a recent hobby of mine, specifically for travel journaling. And so I think it's something that I really treasure and have been, you know, just doing in my spare time. So if you want to see more, please comment below. But thank you guys again. Bye.